Yo, what is up guys, Johnny Geiger here. Today I'm gonna teach you one of the coolest tricks in skateboarding. The infamous Impossible. It looks so good. This vertical 360 foot wrap, it is like a dream trick and it has become one of my favorite tricks of all time. It is a pleasure to teach you guys this trick today. So before we're gonna start, I want to mention that this wonderful trick is on an advanced level, so make sure you got some tricks before you learn how the Impossible. On this trick we're using the scoop and not the ollie technique. But it takes a lot of bar control, so make sure you know how to ollie, maybe backside and frontside 180. Only trick that could help you to have in prior learning that trick would be a pressure foot. Yeah, that being said. Okay, this time we're not gonna start off with the foot positioning. This time we're gonna start off with the wrap. Okay, as said, the Impossible is a 360 vertical board rotation. To make that happen, we're gonna wrap the board around our foot, kind of gonna guide it, and that way we're also gonna hinder the board from flipping. It's sounding like crazy, and it does take some time to get used to this idea. And there's like no better way to make this happen than with one foot. So one more time, we're just gonna put the board in front of us. The only thing we have to know so far about our back foot, our toes have to leap over, and we're gonna push it down. Okay? Step number 2, we're gonna push it down and right into the board, this direction. Okay? So the last step, to finish the rotation, we have to lift our back foot. Push it down and forward and lift it, like this. We'll have a more detailed look to this later. There we go, Impossible wrap. Yes. You should be practicing this a week before you're gonna start to learn how to Impossible. It's gonna make it so much easier for you to learn that trick. So we got this, let's be moving forward. Let's check out the foot positioning. Here we go again. Okay, let's talk about our front foot first. In Impossible, we just gotta lift our front foot and get it out of the way. We do not wanna block that 360 rotation. So it doesn't really matter where you wanna set it up. You can set it up like this. You can set it up like that. Like this is the old school Mullen way or old school freestyle way, however you wanna call that. You could even set it up like this. For some reason, I prefer to have it kind of in kickflip position. Don't ask me why, it just feels like comfortable. And it feels like well balanced to stand like this because we get weight on this side of the tail as well. Works perfect for me. So let's forget about this. So one thing I'd recommend is to have your toes leaping over the tail. On that trick, we're gonna have the weight on the ball of our foot. It is not on the heel. I like to have it on the football. You can also make it happen in this area too. I'm gonna leave that up to you. Once again, try what works best for you. So we have that back foot set up. Our front foot is somewhere in this area. And we're gonna build that tension. And now it's getting serious. We're gonna push the board down, and at the same time, the back foot is starting to go inside of the board. It's not gonna go away sideways. We do not want to pop shove. We want to Impossible. We want to make it vertical. So we gotta go inward, that way. Okay? Kind of hard to show. There we go. This is my personal foot setup for the trick. I think that's the way it works best. So we got the setup. Now this is a trick that you shouldn't be learning still standing. It is actually easier to get like really slow and get that scoop. I think it's also easier to do on slippery flat ground. So one way to approach to that trick would be to plant our foot. Go slow. And just like that. Okay, this is looking good so far. It's a good wrap. It's not too shove-it-ish, but the board is still landing in front of us. What does it mean? I'm gonna lean over this edge of the board. Wasn't too bad, but repeat it till you land both. Okay, that was good enough, and the best thing, you already learned a trick. Impossible foot plant. That's an actual trick. Now listen closely. One thing you want to avoid on your impossibles, you do not want to make them look like a tree shove. And this is something a lot of skaters struggle with. Now I want to repeat this one more time. To get a good wrap, your foot has to go inside the board. It's kind of like picking up our board, huh? I think this could help you to get your foot more into the board. Okay, one more time. Yes, additional wrap. Vertical AF. From foot planting that trick, we're just really close to land it. Instead of stepping aside, this time we're just gonna elevate our front foot. On the job of the front foot, lift it, land back on the board. So let's do this trick really slow. Before I forget, my shoulders are kind of like in trayful position. I try to have them straight in a line when I land back on the board. Second thing, also just like on a tray flip, we're kind of leaning back. In case we're leaning too much over the board, we're gonna land like this. Still happens to me sometime after learning this trick 10 years ago. In the likely case that you're struggling to get that rotation fast enough, you might doing like 2 big movements with your foot. This is something that I learned over the years. We tend to do like 2 big kind of movements. All we gotta do is this, but we're tending to go like, so try to make it quick and efficient. That was it, guys. Now you know everything you need to know about impossibles. Remember, that trick ain't that easy. You're probably not gonna land it overnight, but with some persistence, I'm sure you can make it happen. Trust me, guys, it is worth the effort. It is so much fun. It is so good looking, and it's an awesome trick to have unlocked for a game of skate. If you want to have any specific kind of trick tip, let me know in the comment section. I've been reading Laser Flip a lot. I kind of suck at that trick, but I'm gonna try to make it happen. I'll do my best. Meanwhile, you can let me know what you want to learn next. Okay, have a great day. If you want to support me, 2 links in the description of this video, Patreon and Pro Model. Got your board. See you guys soon.